I remember the exact moment I decided he would pay. The words hit me like glass sliding across my skull. "You're not my real daughter. Only blood relatives deserve the family fortune." He said it with a casual cruelty, as if tossing a coin on the table. I stayed seated, calm, measured, tasting the shock like a bitter wine. "Do you promise to keep your word about it then?" I asked. He laughed. He thought it was a joke. Years ago, I had trusted him. Dad was larger than life to me. His laughter filled rooms, his hand steady in mine, his eyes telling me I was enough. Back then, I believed family was unshakable, that love was indestructible, that he would protect me from the world, not betray me to it. The first signs were subtle. Forgotten birthdays, casual exclusions from family gatherings, conversations ending when I walked in. I ignored them. I told myself I was imagining it. But then came the documents. Bills in my name, letters about inheritance, and a casual comment from an aunt I barely spoke to. "You know your father has been rewriting the will for months." Shock didn't hit me. Pain didn't drown me. Only a cold, precise calculation. I realized vengeance would have to be surgical. Public exposure wouldn't satisfy me. Emotional tirades wouldn't either. He had underestimated me. He thought I'd crumble. I started small. I combed through every legal loophole, every contract, every clause in my grandmother's estate. I learned her habits, her preferences, her advisor's weaknesses. I researched financial law, trusts, and corporate structures like a student preparing for a battlefield. Every interaction with him became data, his pride, his arrogance, his predictable need to win. Then I struck. First, I secured my own claim. Hidden from him, I gained the support of lawyers who owed me nothing but were intrigued by my tenacity. Each signature, each notarized document, each quiet meeting felt like placing a piece on a chessboard he didn't even see. Next, I manipulated perception. Social circles, distant relatives, even family friends, all received my subtle nudges, carefully worded to suggest that I was in fact his legal and rightful heir. I didn't lie. I simply let the truth speak through omission, implication, and timing. By the time Dad noticed, the tide had already turned. I watched him make mistakes. He rushed, he flaunted, he underestimated me at every turn. I mirrored his moves, always one step ahead. Emails were redirected, evidence collected, and his boasts documented. I knew the moment of confrontation had to be perfect, clean, undeniable, inescapable. The day came. I invited him to lunch, a neutral location, public enough to contain his temper, but private enough for the verdict. He arrived smug, confident, the same arrogance that had fueled his betrayal. I let him speak first, letting his words fill the air. Each declaration, each dismissive remark became a thread in the trap I had woven. Then I revealed the truth, not with fury, but with calm precision. The documents were on the table, marked and notarized. His face changed in stages: confusion, denial, panic. I watched, silent, as realization crept in. Every step he had planned, every word he had counted on, collapsed in front of him. He stammered, tried to argue, tried to charm, but the law, my preparation, and the undeniable facts left him no defense. I watched him crumble, not just as a father, but as a man whose own hubris had blinded him. "I kept my promise," I whispered, letting the weight of my words sink in. He remembered our exchange, that fateful question I had asked. He had said, yes. The aftermath was quieter than I imagined. No celebrations, no gloating, only the sharp satisfaction of justice fulfilled. He remained in the family, in the home, but powerless. I had what he tried to deny me, and he had nothing but the bitter awareness of defeat. I look back now, months later, and I see it clearly. Revenge isn't fireworks or theatrics. It's patience, strategy, and knowing exactly when to strike. It's keeping your calm while everyone else assumes you are broken. It's the slow, inevitable unfolding of consequences, tailored perfectly to the pride and arrogance of the betrayer. I feel relief, yes, but also something deeper: empowerment. I discovered strength in silence, precision in observation, and power in restraint. He taught me betrayal, but I mastered justice. And the most beautiful part? He never saw me coming, never understood that the quiet, hurt girl he scorned was building a storm. I sip my coffee now, the city alive beyond the cafe window, and think of him, confined not by law alone, but by the truth I wielded like a blade. I smile, not with cruelty, but with the serenity of one who has finally balanced the scales. The family fortune is mine, yes, but more than that, so is the lesson. Betrayal can be survived, and justice, when executed with precision, tastes sweeter than any inheritance. He had a big surprise.